A lot of us came from single parent homes, like a single mother. Fathers weren't around, they either OD'd or was in jail. Most of the houses in the neighborhood were raised by a single mother, and they had 3 to 5 kids. So the neighborhood was crazy, and a lot of us didn't make it. Most of my friends, they died real young. I think like one of my first friends who died was in like 8th grade. Then it started happening over and over. We grew up in Fishtown on a little street called Barson Street. Wasn't no gangs in our neighborhood, but there used to be corners. We used to all hang on a corner. It'd be like 30 kids on a corner. And our first corner was B&G, Barson and Gall. When we was growing up, we would be inside these recreation centers. Every bench would be full. And when we go over towards this corner in the back on the side door, they used to have like this little spot where you could go in and they had video games and shit. We go in there, play, start some trouble, walk down the street. There'd be guys down Forks, it'd be another 30 kids down the street. You know, you walk another block, there'd be 10 more kids sitting on the corner. Left back a few times for being truant, and it's not that I didn't like school. It's that I didn't go. I was always in and out of court with Judge Reynolds and Judge Summers for truancy, and they wound up putting me into a group home, and I ran from the group home. Somehow I got back into school, and they put me in the STARS program at Stoddard Fleischer. On my way to school, I'd be looking out the window of the buses or the trains, and I would always see these big murals on the sides of the buildings from the Mural Arts program or the Anti-Graffiti Network, and I was intrigued by the art. While I was riding on the L, I would see the graffiti side of art. I would see names like Care, Ozo, Proper, Lux, Fade, Delta. I would see Nax, NM, Meek. I would see Note, Mees, all these graffiti writers tagging. And I would be bombing out my book bag and all my books. So when I got to school, teachers noticed it. And they put me in a creative arts program and a creative writing program because I used to write poems and win all kind of awards. On my way home from school, I used to walk down Spring Garden Street because the bus would be filled with Masterman kids. And I used to have to walk past after midnight and the tunnel right there at 9th Street, in between 10th and 9th Street. When I was coming up underneath that tunnel on 9th Street, I seen 4 kids approaching me, looking like they was gonna rob me. They was ice grilling me and shit. And I leaned in because I couldn't hear what they were saying, and I pulled off my earphone so I could hear what they were saying. And the one kid that was in my class noticed it was me and said, oh shit, the boy got Big Daddy Kane. I was blaring Big Daddy Kane at the time. And instead of robbing me and beating me up, they became friends. too, I started writing down my rhymes and like really taking the rap thing serious. Like I always freestyle, but I never really wrote them down. That's the year I started writing them down and really like taking like, rap serious. I didn't even have a rap name yet. Back then I used to just rap. I remember writing about 100 pounds worth of raps that I used to keep in my drawer. And eventually I put them in a box. On Christmas, my mom bought me a turntable and a dual cassette sound design stereo with a built-in mic. One of my buddies from B&G, Sean, had the other turntable and a mixer. That's when I started really rapping, making demos. Me and Sean made a demo tape. My boy Bob Spaghetti and Marbles went over to Shane's crib. They gave Shane a demo. He invited me over. That's how I met Shane. He used to be a DJ in the neighborhood. He could cut records, and he can blend and he can, do all the DJ tricks. And one by one, we started buying each piece of equipment throughout the years and building our own recording studio. Entire freshman year of high school, I didn't even go to school anymore. I was always over at Shane's. I was at Shane's recording. I was drawing names for girls. The room was always filled with girls. It's crazy. But I remember Shane used to have these big ass speakers, these 4 20-inch pile drivers, and they were inverted. They were the size of refrigerator boxes. When he turned Paris, the devil made me do it on, and turned that shit all the way up, I could hear it from my crib. I lived like 8 blocks away. All Shane's neighbors used to be mad. They used to be mad because we would be up all night making music. All night and all day thumping music. But he had this one neighbor that lived across the street that used to fight big ass pit bulls. A maniac named Eric. Well, Eric heard us, and he liked it. And Eric had a beat machine. And one day he knocked on Shane's door and he gave Shane a beat machine. And Shane made his first beat that day, and he never looked back. I can remember going to Funko Mart and buying a bunch of records, mixtapes, speakers, beat machine, and a sampler. And we started sampling, digging in crates.
Doors are opening. 69th Street train making all stops.
I was always getting into trouble back then. So when I would get into trouble in Fishtown, I would just hop on a train, hop on a 27 bus and go to my grandmom's up in Roxborough, Manio, East Falls area. And I had a lot of friends up there too. So when I flunked my freshman year of high school for not going, I got sent to Roxborough High School. And I think I went for about a week. Looking back, I think the worst thing I ever did was give up on my education. Although I still had music and art to get me through a lot. Music and art at one point is something that's all I had.
And there was nothing you could tell me about this rap shit.
I definitely want to take this quick minute to say I'm glad we got conscious MC, not conscious necessarily on the conscious lyrical tip, but he's doing something. The problem is we ain't doing nothing. We're talking about it, we're reporting it, but we ain't doing nothing. So, end of the zone, we want to say big ups to Joey Stacks on that note. Now, getting back to my next question, tell me, who are some of the MCs that you feeling right about, man?
I like Weezy. My main man is Beans. I like Beans.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of other artists. I'm like a real big OGC fan, but my Tough crew from back in the day.
Bet.
Shout out my man DJ Too Tough.
Right on.
He's in jail right now for too.
Shout out for Too Tough.
I mean, so free my man. And there's a couple other artists that I be liking, Method Man and all that.
Bet.
But OGC, out of all them original gun clappers, I got mad props for that and the whole MFC.
That's what's up. Let me ask you this. Tell me, from your perspective, where's hip hop, not just in Philly, but hip hop in general right now? Because my perspective, I got a different kind of take on it from whatnot, right now. But I'm interested in what your perspective is on hip hop right now. Not just Philly, but worldwide. Content, lyrical content, production value, the whole nine.
It's like, I ain't going to knock nobody for what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These little sing-along songs, whatnot, they got me singing them and all that. But real hip-hop is not played on the radio, man. I mean, it's missing all the elements. Now it's just a sing-along song. If it ain't marketable, it ain't going on the radio, all this payola going on. And hip-hop, it's still it's the best, you know what I'm saying? But it's in shambles at the same time. But I ain't gonna knock nobody for what they do. But you know who I'm talking to, and it's just not like going to give artists like me the break because I don't got catchy sing-along songs, you know?
See, but you know what? That's a good point you bring up. But for real, where we coming from, it ain't even about no breaks, man. We Philly artists. I'm a producer, MC myself, man. We artists. We from here, we from this town, and folks need to stop sleeping on Philly. We got a lot of things going on amongst ourselves inside, but if we correlate, like a collective, we could do some major things, man. Before we get out of here, tell my people where they can get with Joey Stats.
You can get with me on MySpace. You can go through, I'm going to shout out DJ Too Tough. Just go to DJ Too Tough's page and I'm the flipping money sign on his joint that says Big Willie Styles. Or you can hit me up at j.stacks@yahoo.com. Leave me a number, I'll call you up, you know what I mean?
Word. Any words of wisdom for the up-and-coming artist that's coming out now?
Yeah, get a lawyer and stay on your grind.
Oh, you heard that. You heard it first. Joey Stacks, indicator, Joey Stacks. Make sure you stay tuned. More End of the Zone coming back. We gonna holler back at you. My man Mike B, Billy Guns, Bing. We doing it every week. You see us, Philly Channel 7. Make sure you tune in. MySpace.com. Holler at us. End of the Zone indicator. Peace.
I rode the MySpace wave for a little bit. I started booking shows locally. And I created a buzz for myself. I never forgot where I came from. I would always go back and utilize the people I grew up with and bring them along for the ride. Locally, we were celebrities. That's when I started booking mad shows.
And my thoughts so vivid, I'ma live it on up, cause the sky be the limit now. Watch me get it in, you can never get it
When
back.
Babel went to jail, we sat in the studio from December 4th, my birthday, to December 25th, his birthday. 3 weeks straight, making that Waiting to Bid mixtape. There's a lot of things that I would mess up in my life, little things I would mess up. But when it came to music and hip hop, there's nothing that you could do about it. You couldn't deny me. I could go into a studio in any mood and get the job done efficiently. It was my way of venting. It was my way of releasing that stress off my chest. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe hip hop.
I am hip hop.